Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another edition of the Spotlight Ravens series. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and joining us from the women's tennis team is Madelyn Brown. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Madelyn is in her sophomore year. As a freshman, she was named an ITA Scholar Athlete. Before we get things started, tell us a little bit more on what else you're involved with on campus.
Well, obviously, I do tennis. Some of the clubs I'm a part of include HLSA. I'm actually a leader on there. So that's with the CRC, and it's just
And then
about
what is HLSA?
it's the Hispanic Latino Student Association.
Okay.
So I got in it through my Massey scholarship. And basically, it's just part of the culture club, trying to introduce cultures to each other. So that's just a little bit about that. I'm also part of Differently Abled, which is a student ministry here on campus. We used to go to the nursing home and work with adults with mental disabilities. However, this year with COVID, it's changed a little bit, and now we work a little bit with Special Olympics and doing other stuff just in the Anderson area. Also, I'm a part of Enactus, which is an entrepreneurship group here. We're starting some cool things this year, trying to get people to start their own businesses, students on campus, anything we can do to support local businesses.
All right. What is your major and minor?
My major is management with a focus in entrepreneurship, and my minor is visual communications, which focuses a lot on graphic design and art and all that stuff.
Okay. Who is your inspiration and why?
I would say my inspiration is definitely my parents. They both started their own businesses and have worked hard throughout the years. And so they've just encouraged me a lot to go and follow my passions and do what I want to do too.
Okay. What is your driving force / motivation?
Definitely the people around me, my relationships, and my goals. So I have goals set, but obviously I need those people around me to push me. So for tennis, that's my team. For just my career, it includes my parents and my friends and God and anything that can push me further.
All right. What is your favorite aspect about sports and why?
Well, like I said, relationships is a huge deal for me. So having that team around me, getting into campus early, having those weeks together, it's just a good bonding experience and a good way to get involved in campus. So that's the main reason that I enjoy it.
Okay. What is your favorite non-athletic memory at AU?
Non-athletic. So I really enjoyed the CAB events here on campus. So last year, a couple of my favorites included being in the library doing the mini golf. And then also they had one where we did Clue in the Miller Chapel. So you just got to run around and answer a bunch of hints and try to figure out stuff. Obviously this year's been a little different, but we did get to go to Encore this weekend and watch Cheap Thrills. So that was a lot of fun.
So how does that clue work where how do you know I'm assuming you're basically trying to find the murderer and you're kind of killing people off.
Yeah, they just gave us a bunch of hints, and over the course of time, we figured out like what the weapon was, who killed him, and then the first team to figure out all three things won.
Hey, cool. And then what is your favorite athletic memory at AU?
For last year, I would say just being in the van with all the girls, listening to music and going out to eat. For this year, I would say the beginning of the season, we all got together at one of the houses for a brunch, and it was just nice to see everybody again and get to talk.
All right. Going into the next segment of questions, the team superlative type. First, who on the team is best dressed?
Best dressed, I'm going to go with Kate.
Okay. Who on the team? Where are you going to go?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. Who on the team is the best dancer?
My roommate, Morgan.
Okay. Who on the team is the joker, prankster, best sense of humor?
I'm going to say Claire Hannaford.
Okay. Who on the team is most outgoing?
I think Jenna.
All right. Who on the team is the best trash talker?
Jordan.
Okay. Who on the team is the pregame DJ?
Definitely Anna. She has the whole playlist ready.
And then, does your team have a go-to pregame song?
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know we have that whole playlist and we usually listen to it any car ride that we have together. So
All right. And then, what about for you personally? Do you have a go-to?
I do not. No, I usually just
Okay.
listen to whatever the team's listening to.
All right. Going into the next segment of questions. First, who is your favorite professional athlete?
So this isn't a tennis star, but I'm going to go with Pee Wee Reese because he's my great-grandfather.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. If you could invite three people to dinner, dead or alive, who would you invite?
I'm going to go with alive. So I'll pick my 3 favorite celebrities. So I like Chris Pratt because he's hilarious. I'll also go with, I like Jennifer Gardner because of her little cooking show. And then, let's see, one more. Chris Hemsworth probably because he's my celebrity crush. So.
Okay, and that was actually going to be one of the questions on the list. So there you go. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I always said a chef, but when I was really little, I used to say I wanted to be a pig farmer because I love pigs so much. So
There you go. What is your favorite candy?
Kit Kats.
Okay. Have you traveled outside the country? If so, where?
I've not traveled outside the country. I've been to Hawaii, but that's the only overseas trip I've had.
Okay. Name the most surprising / embarrassing song in your musical library.
Oh, I don't know that one. I can't think of anything I'm embarrassed.
I mean, well, what about on the surprising end?
I do have some like hardcore rap songs that I feel like people wouldn't think that I'd be into that. So.
Okay. What is your secret talent?
Well, I love to bake. So that goes back to what I wanted to be when I was little.
Okay. Do you have a specialty?
Yeah, I actually make cake pops a lot. So that tends to be what I've actually sold them in the past. So
Okay. And then what is your favorite book?
my favorite book's probably The Siren by Kira Cass. It's just a science fiction, but I like it.
Okay. What are your favorite hobbies?
Obviously baking, playing tennis, but also I just like being outside. So hiking, riding my bike, stuff like that.
All right. Why did you choose AU?
I chose AU for the community. I really enjoyed getting to talk to some of the advisors here. And then immediately when I came and visited campus, people were praying with me and just getting to know me as a person. And that's definitely different than some of the other campuses I visited.
Okay. What is your favorite class at AU and why?
I'd say a lot of my visual communication classes, they're a lot of design based, and I really like being creative and having projects to talk about and just learn from my professors.
Okay. Who is your favorite professor at AU and why?
Well, that's a hard one because I like a lot of my professors, but this semester I really enjoyed Dr. Faulkner just because he's hilarious and always makes it really entertaining.
Okay. What are your plans after college?
I would like to start my own business. I'm actually trying to raise money right now for a food truck and hopefully grow into a storefront eventually.
There you go. Okay. And then finally, what do you want your lasting legacy to be at AU?
I think if I could just, anybody I'm involved with, so I'm involved with quite a few different activities on campus, I would want to be remembered by people for getting them involved as well and making them feel at home, just being that kind person that can be a friend to everybody.
All right. Well, I think I've covered the questions I wanted to. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow along with more Spotlight Ravens series interviews. And Madelyn, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.